Hello and welcome to part 2 of the Nissan Sunny series of videos. This one was supposed to start with me going through all of the bits and pieces that I've got in the boot and trying to form a plan of action. But have a look at this little bit of heat coming up and you'll see what happened when I started to film that. As you can see, the boot is pretty full of parts. There's all sorts of springs and headlamps and mechanical parts. So I think what I'm going to do is take all of this, put it in a garage and go through it all and see exactly what I've got. But I think I might go have a cup of tea first. Oh dear. As you may have seen if you watched the first part, I knew that the number plate was a little bit loose, but didn't realise quite how loose it is. It's got two bits of the rear hatch attached to the back of it there, and in the back of there are two corresponding holes. First thing I'm going to do is have a look behind here and see what the access is like to the back. It's a plastic liner going right across here, held in with various trim clips, so I'm just going to go and get a trim clip tool and take this off and have a look. I learnt after many years of breaking trim clips that a simple trim clip removal tool like this is a sound investment. I've also got a more basic one, which is a bit stronger, and I kind of keep in reserve for particularly stubborn fittings. Hopefully that should just lift away. Hopefully. What am I doing wrong? It's got some hidden clips at the back. It's going to come off on my head. There we go. One trim clip has remained behind there. That's the beauty of this tool. I can get that out without ruining it. There we go. And then I can clip it back into the plastic panel. Job done. This is fairly encouraging. One of the holes is behind this cut out here, and the other one I can see through this hole here. It looks like it's clear in between. Just looking at the outside, it's quite crusty around about this handle and number plate light holder thing, so I think I'm going to whip that out. Looking underneath, I think it's held in place with some 8mm nuts onto these studs. Little wiring harness connector to undo, feed up through there, and that should just lift away. Have a look. Warm it. There we go. There we go. Well, not too bad. A little scrape at it. Well, apart from the two obvious holes where the number plate screws were, it's actually quite solid. It's fairly pitted with surface rust, but it's not as bad as I expected it to be quite frank. Just giving that a bit of a wipe over with some cellulose thinners on a rag. I think on a hole it's not too bad. I'm going to take a wire wheel on an angle grinder to all of this rust, I think. Get it back to bare metal. It's a twisted wire wheel in an angle grinder. It's a pretty serious bit of kit. Gloves, mask. Well, it's got rid of all the loose rust. There's a little bit of oxidisation still in the pits of the rust holes. Got this little slitting disc on the grinder, and I'm just going to cut around these rusty areas, get rid of them. The towel, incidentally, is stop any hot grinding bits landing on the glass and damaging it. Pop those out. There we go. Well, now I've got two very large holes in the boot. I've got clear access all the way around inside here, so I should be able to cut a couple of pieces of aluminium plate, put them on the inside, a couple of rivets to hold them in place. So I think cardboard template is in order. Right, I can now transfer those onto a piece of aluminium, cut that out, and drill some holes for some rivets, or maybe drill some holes in here, put these in and then drill the holes through for the rivets. Let's cross that bridge when we come to it. In the meantime, the rain's starting. I'm not very keen on getting this bit that I've just exposed wet and leaving it, and I've got to go to work tomorrow for 2 or 3 days. So I think I'm going to close the boot, dry that off and give it a quick blast over with some zinc paint. Right, then I think realistically I'd better leave it here for this part. Join me next time and I'll transfer these two templates onto some sheet aluminium and patch these holes up and hopefully make it good. If you've enjoyed this, please write a comment below, give me a thumbs up, and subscribe if you already haven't. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.